So I pulled the trigger on a CNC machine called the X-Carve. Now what is a CNC machine? What it does is it takes a design that you make on your computer, whether it is a curve, letters, etc., and translates that into plot points on an X, Y, and Z axis. It then transmits that to the machine, which has a router in it, to do that carving. So it allows you to do things that are much more difficult to do by hand and gives you a ton of precision in doing so. Now these machines have been notoriously expensive, well out of the reach of a typical hobbyist, but Inventables came out with a new program, and what they do is they've engineered all this, but to reduce costs, they ship it all to you to put together. So it comes in a kit, and you can see the remnants of here, 2 boxes. The long one were the rails, and then all the different pieces, the nuts, the bolts, the different pieces to hold the router, the computer control modules, the power supplies, all the wiring came in that bigger box, and it takes a ton of time to put together. It took about 12 hours. But it's interesting because it gets you into a new area that, again, has historically been well too expensive for the hobbyist and really more for the business owner. So I'm going to show you what I created in my first cut. I'm going to speed this up. It took about an hour. I'll try to speed up so you can see what I did. What you also see on here is what's called a dust shoe or boot. You see those bristles there. The tube on the right is the router. You'll see that with the Inventables logo. You can see the bit in there carving out the W. The tube on the left is the extract port connected to my Festool dust extractor. And these machines can kick off a lot of sawdust, so it's perfect to have it attached to the dust extractor. It's nearly dustless then. So very happy. That was an aftermarket addition I added to it. Now for the contrast, I simply hit the piece of pine with some red spray paint beforehand, let it dry a little bit, just so you can see the contrast of what you can do between painting and then carving. So the machine can cut on obviously wood, that's what we're seeing here, just a simple piece of pine, hardwoods, softwoods, plywoods. Can also cut on acrylics, can cut out foreign board. I've seen people attach a pen to it to do detailed drawings. I also saw a kit where you can add a laser for laser, I guess it would be embossing or engraving. That I'll have to think about. That would be very interesting, but that's a pretty high-powered laser. Interesting stuff, a lot to learn, a lot of use, but a lot to learn. So there you have it. I wasn't sure after I put all this together if it would work, but it works, knock on wood, that it continues to work, but after putting this machine together, it's alive, and hopefully it will be put to good use.